हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। हरे कृष्ण। So we are discussing the sixth canto, first chapter, what Prabhupada is telling. One thing is that here it is about Oshana, how Lord is taking care, and the way he is taking care is giving guidance. And what is his guidance for? Guidance is to bring us to mode of goodness, because Sattva gives stability, the quality which is profoundly missing in Kali Yuga. Because Kali Yuga's dominant atmosphere is saturated with Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Actually, what happens is unless the gunas, they are agitating our mind, and this agitated makes people almost incapable of any meaningful form of spiritual practice. We are interested in practicing, but it is not happening only. The reason is that because mind is so much disturbed. Please understand, this is a very nice point. You see, like Leonardo da Vinci, he drew Mona Lisa. Now, he could not have drawn unless his mind was very calm and still. Such a wonderful painting. We went to Kathmandu, there, Pashupatinath. Sorry, we went to Gorakhpur actually. Gorakhpur, there we went to the place where Gita Press. Prabhupada also went there, so we thought we should go and visit once. So we went there. So they were having a museum. Museum in the sense they are having all pictures which they put in the books of their publications. So there was one painting where the deity of they painted Lord Ram. From whichever direction you see him, it looks like he's looking at you only. So Mona Lisa painting is also like that. And many people get tears just by seeing the painting. So now he could not have drawn it in a very disturbed state of mind. He should be very calm. That's why he's able to draw. There is also Van Gogh, a self-portrait with a severed ear. It's a brilliant in its own way and reflect a different state of consciousness. So what I am telling is to find the true treasure within, inside the heart, inside consciousness. One need total concentration, purity, and clarity. Now, even the most powerful practice, which is our tradition, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the chanting. Even chanting requires this condition, minimal condition that most people are unable to create. Now, what is happening is this absent mindedness or distraction. This is the biggest obstacle to our spiritual practice. And this is because of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. And it prevents genuine concentration. Therefore, it prevents the practitioner from deeply relating to what they do. Now, please, this is the most important point. For the holy name to truly respond, for one to actually hear the voice of God in the heart, the name must be chanted in a state of concentration. Now, uh, this is what is happening in present state. Na? People they actually are uncomfortable. Honesty is direct result of inability to immerse deeply. So people are sincere, but they remain on the surface. The desire to transformation is there. All of us we want to transform, but transformation is not happening. Too much passion and ignorance. See what is happening in the Kali Yuga. The mind is constantly excited and stimulated. This is very, very important. Please listen this one point. Modern life has trained people to constantly stimulate the mind. Why people say tea, coffee, alcohol, entertainment, social media, and all these images whichever comes on the internet, they are actually stimulating the mind. So mind is stimulated, and when mind is not stimulated, people feel they are bored. So what is boredom? When mind is not stimulated, boredom. After stimulation, the mind collapses into tamoguna. So this is actually the cycle that is happening. So there is dullness. So you stimulate the mind and then you make it dull. So now attentiveness, this is the minimal condition, is paradoxically the hardest condition of all to fulfill. That means I sit down and carefully repeat the holy name, and just how as soon as I say Krishna, by the second syllabus, a rocket takes off, launch pad of our mind, and traveling to the cosmic distances. Like we are just going here, there, the mind. Even if mind is there, also the intensity is not there. So this is all because of this one. So here, very important. Ajamila was such a sincere soul. He got affected by passion. And what to speak of us? For us, things are little more easier. No, very tough. Ajamila has very easier situation compared to us. He had only one scene. For us, everywhere there, these things are there. Even if somebody don't want, also he will he has to see all these things. So it's a more tough situation for us. So how to overcome this? So these chapters are very helpful in that way to make us understand and come to the proper conclusion. Why we need everyday hearing is this is the reason. If you don't hear every day with that same attention, we will get carried away, and that absorption cannot come in the holy name. After hearing also every day, it is becoming tough. So, what to speak of somebody who is just once in a while he's doing, so it won't happen. So, I'll just share the screen for you what we had discussed last time about what exactly is this karma vasana and that is impressions and reactions. So, karma's two aspects we have discussed. So, Lord helps us to get rid of aprar of the karma from the previous lives that we have discussed. But he will, but this lifetimes it won't go. They are with us only. But they are in control of Krishna. So he decides how to give. Otherwise, in general, everybody is taken care by Brahma, we can say. Brahma does all the, he writes all the things, what should happen. And Durga Devi takes care that it is implemented. So the writer is Brahma, is called Vidhata, that's why he writes. And Durga Devi takes care. But somebody says, no, no, I want to be with my father and mother. Then Durga Devi says, okay, fine with you. You be and control them. But we will not see the changes, the reactions won't change most of the time. Sometime if it is extreme, Krishna will remove. But what exactly, both of them has the same purpose, to change the mentality of the people. But in case of devotee, it is very fast for him because he has this connection with Krishna. But whereas people with Durga Devi, it's very difficult for them to change. So here we have seen the history of Ajamila. Of course, his situation. Here Parikshit Maharaj asked very important questions. And for that, Sukadeva Goswami gave. First he says, okay, they can do atonement. But we say atonement, what it is removing? It may remove the reaction part, but the tendency part is not removed. That is the problem. So karma vasana is not removed. Even Karma can be removed for materialistic people also if they are properly dealing with it. But it is not possible to remove the this part. ఎలుకుంది. చిన్న సో so here he asked this question that before next life one should quickly get rid of these things. So Maharaj Parikshit said one may know that sinful activity is injurious for him because he actually sees that a criminal is punished by the government and reputed by the people in general. And because he hears from the scriptures and learns scholars that one is thrown into hellish conditions in next life by committing sin. Nevertheless, in spite of such knowledge, one is forced to commit sin again and again, even after performing acts of atonement. This is actually very important. For us also, it is very important. So what I was telling about this Sattva partner, please try to meditate. This you can keep as today's meditation. That am I agitating my mind? And if I am feeling bored, because I don't get that agitation from passion and ignorance. Now, I will tell very interesting thing. We don't want to get rid of passion and ignorance. This is the most important thing to know. What happens na, in passion and ignorance, we are the center of our life. When we come to goodness, na, then that center is shifted, which is very painful for us. We want to be in the center. So that's why we continue to keep our passion and ignorance. We don't want to get rid of it. Even though we may say, no, Tata Rajas Tamo Bhav Kama Lobha Daisya. We want to be situated, but honestly, that is not. There it is the that is the greatness important thing to analyze. Maybe tomorrow I will discuss more on that aspect. Why we don't want to get rid of passion and ignorance. But I told the main reason we lose the center. How all we lose, we can discuss further. But we'll come to this point of why people commit sinful activities even after knowing. Why it is important to know the scriptures, because scriptures give warning, and from childhood only this warning is given, and that helps. Like I have my brother and sister. Sister is younger to me. So childhood, I used to fight with her. I used to beat also. And one time we were, my mother told, and I used to beating means fighting with hands and legs also both. We used to fight very badly. We used to with hands and legs both. So my mother says, "See, if you beat your sister with your legs, you lose your eyes." And what happened one day? One time we went to uh, our village, and while coming at the bus stand, I saw a beggar blinded and he is begging. My mother said, "See, he also did the same thing." I was very small actually. If you beat, you'll also become blind like him. After that, I never used my leg for beating. And I was beating. I said I should not beat with leg, I'll become blind. So that actually fear helps us not committing the sin. So this is very important. The Shastras, na, they give warning, and that is true also. So, so it is true also. We should work on. We should. These instructions are very important. But what happens even after getting punishment? I told about this chain snatchers in Hyderabad. So the cases were increasing. And even if they are caught, the punishment is very small, 3 months, 6 months, 7 months, like that only. So, and the cases are increasing and increasing. So, one time police caught one of the most notorious fellow and killed him. They said encounter. He was running away, he's trying to snatch the revolver from the police and he tried to kill us. So, as a protection, we killed him. It was false only. Everybody knows it is false. And all the thieves, and immediately the cases reduced. Now, people became fearful. And that is actually the way people understand to some level. Now, Christianity also has this atonement. Prabhupada mocks at it. But what happens? The change is not happening. They come atone, the change don't happen. Why the change don't happen? The tendency is there, and after punishment, we it is for some time. Honesty is lack of opportunity. So this is the most important uh, thing that need to be understood. So we are doing it because we are uh, the desire to enjoy is so strong. In spite of punishment, the living entity does it. They feel that what else I can do other than this? I want to enjoy only. See the important one important point. Please try to understand this. To make ourselves calm and observe ourselves is only possible for humans. Observing ourselves, and that is possible when calm mind. Animals cannot observe themselves. They don't have that calmness and mind. They are in ignorance and passion. So when we observe, then we see these tendencies in us. Otherwise, we cannot see. Whether I have or not, it is based on our observing ourselves. What type of tendencies? We may not do grossly something wrong, but certainly these things are there. So maybe we will discuss on the subtle things, but we will just say what Sukadeva Goswami gave the answers. And Parikshit Maharaj further says, sometimes one who is very alert so as not to commit sinful act is victimized by sinful life again. I therefore considered this process of repeated sinning and atoning to be useless. It is like a bathing of an elephant. For an elephant cleanses itself by taking a full bath, but then throws dust over its head and body as soon as it returns to the land. And Sukadeva Goswami, he gives another answer. He says, the Guru Sukadeva Goswami has examined Parikshit Maharaj, and it appears that the king has passed the phase of exam by rejecting the process of atonement. Because karma is reduced, but karma vasana is not going, right? We have karma as two aspects, the tendencies and the reaction. Reaction part is going, tendency is not going. Now, Sukadeva Goswami is suggesting the platform of speculative knowledge. Processing from karma kanda to jnana kanda, he possesses prayaschittam. So, and he tells, my dear king, if a deceased person eats the pure, uncontaminated food prescribed by a physician, he is gradually cured. An infection of diseases can no longer touch him. Similarly, if one follows the regulative principles of knowledge, he gradually progresses towards liberation from material contamination. So, this is the second point. So, he says that why don't he practice jnana? So, to concentrate the mind, one must observe the tapasa brahmacharya. So, this is the point. You practice celibacy and observe life of celibacy and not fall down. One must undergo the austerities of voluntarily giving up sense gratification. One must then control the mind and senses, give charity to truthful, clean the non-violent, follow the regulatory principles, and gradually chant the holy name. Thus, a sober and faithful person who knows the religious principles is temporarily purified of all sins performed with his body, words, and mind. These sins are like the dried leaves of creepers beneath a bamboo tree, which may be burnt by fire, although their roots remain to grow again at first opportunity. So, this is the second level. where a person is burning the trees. They are only cutting the trees. If you cut the trees, they'll grow fast. Roots are there. But if you burn, less it will come out. But still, the traces are still there. So that's what happens in the forest. When the tree gets burnt, but when the rainy season comes, again slowly the sprouts spread appears, and then the trees start growing. So the tendency won't go. See here, very important point. I will write for you. Maybe the so what is the difference? I will explain. Please remember this very helpful point. The tendency. So in karma and jnana, so here what happens is the difference is very important difference. Here, na, there is fruit mentality. And what is the problem with jnana? There is a desire for liberation. Now, in both cases, na, in both cases, it is selfish. So that's why the tendency to again do wrong will happen. So, what is sin? So, what is the what is the definition of sin? We should know what is the definition first. So, definition of sin. Any action done against the scriptural injunction. This is a simple understanding, but little more deeper is which is against the will of Krishna. You're saying this is whenever we say I like, I want, I don't want, I don't like. This is all sinful mentality. Now, in both karma and jnana, they have this mentality. They may not do this first one, action according to the scriptures. This is actually will of Lord only. Sometimes they may say we are normal. They may do this, it especially in the state of jnana, they may be very strictly following scriptural injunctions. But because there is selfish interest, they will do some activities which they say I like, I don't like. But for a devotee, na, he is always having only one mentality. He is not selfish. Devotee is not. At least he is trying. That means want to do what. See, this is the main difference we need to understand. why things won't work for jnana and karma is the selfishness remains. Because there, who is the center? They are the center. If they are center, then they will always have this mentality. I like, I don't like. This is in Jnana also. They will do what they like because it is ultimately for them. For a devotee, he is not caring even liberation also. For a Jnani, he cares for liberation. So that's why there is a tendency of doing something which he likes. For a Bhakta, even if he feels I will not get liberation also, Narayana Parasarve Nakutaschana Vidyati Swargapavarka Narkeshu Apitulyardarsham. For him, it does not matter only where he is. Because he is always doing what Krishna wants, that's why he will never do any sinful act. Or he is not having that sinful tendency. Of course, the Vasana devotees will have, but eventually he can be easily free from it compared to Jnanis because he don't feel the need of getting rid of it. For devotee, we want to get rid of it. Jnanis is selfish. He will never feel I have to ultimately do what Krishna wants. That thought only will not come for him. Ultimately, he's thinking of himself. For a devotee, he thinks of Krishna. So, what we do slowly, slowly, we want to get rid of the tendency. So, that is the main difference. Any questions on this concept which I just told? It is clear. Uh, yes, Prabhu. Since,
Hare Krishna and Rantaran Prabhuji.
uh,
Prabhuji, how can we continuously remain in that consciousness? We try to make the offering for the Lord, or we try to chant for the pleasure of the Lord, but it's not always there. So we just sometimes we think that today my japa was nice. So, but our japa was nice or not, that's again for my own like my own
oh, you
pleasure.
want to become closer to Krishna, na?
Mm.
We
So, but
want to please Krishna. We want to serve Krishna.
so
So you are
how
doing
to
japa,
maintain
japa.
how to maintain that
Huh.
consciousness that we are doing everything for the pleasure of Krishna, not for our own sense or own pleasure kind of thing.
That we will discuss. But I wanted to make you understand. Did you understand the concept difference between karma, jnana, and yoga
Yes,
in this
yes,
place?
yes.
Yeah, yeah. So that is the main point. So we will come to your question later. I
Okay.
just want to make you understand that there is a selfishness that is the tendency that will make them do the sin again. Whereas in bhakti,
Mm.
we want to please Krishna. That's why we want to get rid of that selfish tendency. They don't want to get rid of that selfish tendency. In karma and jnana, they
Hmm.
continue to remain like that. So that is the
So
main point.
we have that desire that we
Try to
want to
come out of
please.
it. That
Though
is why
even if
we
we
are
are
able
not
to come.
able to, but we have that desire that we want to please Krishna ultimately.
Hmm. So
So
that's why we can come out of it slowly, slowly. We will be eventually able to come out of the tendency.
hmm.
Whereas in karma, they will not come out of it. Even jnana also, there will be slight tendency to do that. That is the point.
Hmm. So I'm waiting for the right you said because that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
We'll come to that concept also
Okay.
slowly.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions? Okay, we'll go down. So Prabhupada gave very huge purport on this. So we will just take a few words here. Very nicely Prabhupada is explained. Yes.
Hare Krishna
Uh,
Prabhu, yes, Pranam.
Pranam.
Prabhuji, we were telling this, I like this, I want this, all these things are selfish thing. I have a question that if we have some liking in something related to devotional service, like I like to do Damodar Arti in the month of Damodar, I like that every month I like to do. like that kind of liking, is it also selfish?
Uh, I told this I like, I don't like is the sinful mentality.
Hmm.
So when we say that whether I have sinful mentality or not, it is this is the criteria. Now, when it comes to devotional things, that is not sinful tendency. If you like Damodar Ashtakam or if you like Mangalarti chanting here, but apart from that, we have some other liking. We are supposed to follow the scriptures and try to know what to be done, what not to be done. But we generally don't refer. We will do what we like. So what we want to eat, we will eat that only. Morning I want to eat this, evening I want to eat this, night I want to eat this. Now whether it is correct for my body, that we won't do. Because of which what is happening, we get reaction, we get diseases. So the tendency to do what I like is making us to ending up with diseases. So our health will get spoiled. So similarly in other cases also, why our mind is disturbed, because like say somebody is doing uh, differently, then our mind is disturbed. Why? It is not according to me. But we are not understanding it is what Krishna wants, it is according to him. So that is the main difference. So things will happen in this world according to Krishna's desire, but we are not happy the way Krishna is. Why we are unhappy, you tell? So the reason we are unhappy is things are not going according to our way.
Yes.
That means things are going according to whom then? My
Mm.
husband, my wife, my children, my in-laws. No, it is Krishna only. So
Okay.
because we don't accept it, we become unhappy. If you know it is what Krishna wanted, then fine with me. What can be done? We try to see that things happen our way. If it does not happen, we know if Krishna wants, then that is not sinful. But you want to change and all, then we suffer. And that suffering is not
Oh,
because of Krishna, not because it is according to my liking. I like, I don't like. So that tendency is causing us suffering, right?
yes. I clearly understood, Prabhu. This is in context with material, personal things, and I also understood it's not applicable with devotional things. And again, in devotional things, sometimes if something is not proper, and if we feel bad, and if we try, should we do something? Even that also we should see it is happening by Krishna's sanction.
Yes, yes, yes. Devotion also, some things don't happen. Actually, every time, na, one thing is there. Nothing happens according to our time, our will, any time. It is always 100% Krishna's only. Sarva Karana Karana. Sometime what we desire and what Krishna desire matches, that time it happens the way we want. But it is not we want only. It is matching with what Krishna wanted. That's all. So we have to get this realization eventually.
Okay, Prabhu. But one small thing, if some aparad is going on, that time also we cannot be calm, no? We shouldn't think it is Krishna is there. Beyond Krishna, nothing will happen. Why should I involve, or why should I try to change, correct them? So, can you please help in that case also, the extreme things where devotees have some responsibility?
See, if it happens to us, then we should understand it is Krishna's will. Like somebody said some wrong thing to you, did wrong thing to you. That time you
Hmm.
should know that it is Krishna's will. We should not unnecessarily fight back so much.
Hmm.
We should overreact. We should only make sure that we don't get what do you say? We don't get exploited. We have to be careful. But reacting part, we should be very careful how we are reacting. We should always be grateful to Krishna for maybe Krishna want to teach humility and gratitude and respect and tolerance. And if it is going beyond, we should be under guidance also. We should not be very much affected. But when it comes to somebody else and you are in a responsible position, that time definitely we have to take proper action. Like say the people are under you, and you are the in charge, that time you should act. If you are not in charge and you are one of the people and some senior is doing, or some equal or some junior who was not under you, then we can report to the concerned person, and then we have to also understand that we should not directly go and fight. That is not correct for our consciousness. So if he say your children are doing, you correct, but you will not correct the neighbor's children. It is not allowed. You correct, then the parents will come and fight with you, right?
Yes.
So our children we can do. If your people who are under you, under your guidance, to some extent you can do. Otherwise, you should leave it for Krishna. Or if you are really feeling disturbed, you report to the concerned authority. But we should not propagate it. We should not go out 10 people who are not connected to that, who cannot do anything, just to make him unpopular, put in the social media, put in YouTube. That should not be done. That is wrong. We should not we should not propagate about it. That then we will be contaminating our consciousness, and same thing will happen to us also. We should never we should never expose the sin of others in public. We should only report to the concerned person. Otherwise, we'll also end up in some situation. That is very wrong.
Yes. Very clear. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hmm. Yes, Srinivas person.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Haribo.
Like you said that we should inform to the authorities. So I just a question came that if the authorities are not for a longer time to taking any action, and things are going hayway for the institute, so then in that case, what should a devotee do?
Just tolerate, because it is not in his. It is something which is under your control, something are under the circle of influence, circle of concern. It is not under your circle of influence where you can influence and change. It's only concern.
Hmm.
So just forget about it.
And
Do
then
your
if
sadhana.
if those things come in the media and the people, if we are preaching and they come across hearing such things, and their devotion, because it's very komal shraddha they have, and if they come to know such things which comes in the media, so their faith uh, gets damaged, and then they are very very uh, like not able to take to the process uh, as they were taking. But when such news or such things come in the media, so they get disturbed. Because recently, I just in our office, we have been trying to preach some devotees. So they were very very sincere in their sadhana, but something they heard somewhere in the media about ISKCON only. So then their faith gets shattered. So how to handle such situations?
Prabhu, if somebody is sincere, Krishna will definitely protect. That is their sincerity.
Hmm.
So that is very important to understand that everybody, like I will tell, when I first day came to temple,
Hmm.
that is the day I joined.
Hmm.
Immediately the person who preached me,
Hmm.
he left the temple and he told me also, you also come, there is so much problem in this temple. Now that is he is the person who preached me and he brought me.
Correct,
And
correct.
I came and joined, and he's telling, this temple is not good. I will leaving, you also leave.
Hmm.
So now it is. Then then instead of then I consulted somebody, other senior devotees there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then they explained, see, problems are everywhere. I
Hmm.
also understood. Yes, problems are everywhere. Even if I go to that place, I will have problem to next temple also.
Correct.
So let me continue, tolerate, and move ahead, and that work. So there should be individual sincerity also. You tell where is there no where which institute does not have problem.
Hmm.
So there will be individuals who have problems, and somebody is sincere and mature. He understands. Yes, problems are everywhere, but better take the good part of it. Why
Hmm.
should only you see there are so many saintly people in ISKCON? And of all the saintly people and so many lectures, so many kirtans, such
Correct.
saintly
Mm.
association of all
I
the
think
thing
that
you have tried
very
to
true,
only
Prabhu.
one that video you are seeing, and in
Yes.
that there is some problem that only you are seeing means what is the level of sincerity
So
this fellow has.
that we understand as a devotees, but people who are very new to it, and when they
Then forget about them. They are not sincere. Let you focus on somebody who can stay. Because
Mm.
people who are looking for such things, if not now, tomorrow also he will have some other problem and he will go.
Mm.
He's not very strong person. He don't have his own individual standing. He's like very disturbed person. Even such people come in long run, you cannot hold them because they are very disturbed. For a small thing, they are getting disturbed.
Oh.
Somebody is intelligent. See, they are sentimental people, bro. If you
Mm.
are going with sentimental people, you will end up in trouble all the time.
Mm.
So don't focus on sentimental people. We have to go with people who are philosophically strong. They are
Mm.
ready to understand the
They
truth and
process the process is
yes,
they're
yes, yes.
very
They
attached
are
to the
interested in the
process.
process. Yes.
Yes. Thank you
So
so
we
much.
don't need sentimental.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Any other questions, comments? Okay. We'll continue the discussion tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Great.